Every company have a problem with turnover. Let's talk today why are drivers leaving, how to know when exact your drivers are leaving, actually what day are they leaving, and that's the day before they left the truck. How can you stop it and how can this change your company life? Hi, my name is Samir. I run a lease marketing agency. We help trucking companies generate more income by keeping the drivers and saving them from leaving in other companies. So let's dive into it. How can we stop drivers from leaving? As we mentioned earlier, today's topic is drivers leaving the company. Why the drivers are leaving the company? 99% of owners of a trucking company knows that truck drivers are not here to stay, except some of the drivers that were with you for the long amount of time. What it means. So why the drivers are leaving? Pay, equipment, home time, etc., etc. That's maybe a secondary thing why the drivers leaving, but why the drivers actually leaving is overpromise. Overpromise is the killer of driver retention. Why? Because if you overpromise on pay, equipment, home time and everything else, then when the drivers come to the company, you already spend all the money to recruit him and everything else. He'll be in the company and after 2, 3, 4 weeks they will leave the company. So overpromise on all of these staff is a bigger problem than you not being able to provide them everything. So if you're quite honest with the truck driver, say, okay, we have this type of circumstances right now, we have this type of loads, this type of leads, you can just like use average payment of your truck driver and just like show them, then they will be like, okay, this is for me and this is not for me. So overpromise is more important or more crucial than pay and everything else that you think that I don't have 2025 trucks and everything else. If you tell the driver, I have 2017 Cascadia waiting for you, then they get that type of trucks, they'll be okay with it. Okay, it will not get easy job for recruiters, they will not just like bring anybody in the company, but you will keep them more. And that's how to stop drivers from leaving when they already come to your company. So the cool thing is that we have is incentive. Incentive is the key. So show me the incentive, I will show you the results. Incentive that recruiting and dispatch team have to keep the drivers is what we're gonna talk about right now. So dispatch usually don't have incentive to keep the driver at all. So dispatch, what happens to them? They get a driver, they put them in a truck, then the drivers leave, and what they do, they're just like asking for recruiters to bring them the new driver. Then recruiting brings a new driver, send it to them, they take the driver, etc., etc. And only recruiting, depends on the company, only recruiting have some type of responsibility of what type of drivers they are bringing. Dispatch team, in this case, don't have any responsibilities of what type of drivers they are having, how to explain them, how to basically explain them how to be the part of this company and get them into the whole process. And if dispatch do the job as they supposed to be, recruiting will not be able to oversell, etc., etc. So if recruiting do the good job and say what dispatch can actually offer, dispatch will not have problem to talk about fairy tales, about what they can do, etc., etc., and put too much work and too much pressure on dispatch that they cannot keep up. So the easiest thing that you can do for your company is, first of all, have a retention bonus for both of these guys. So retention bonus for dispatch and retention bonus for recruiting. What it means, you need to have retention bonus so recruiters will not get money only when they bring the drivers, but as well get the money when they retain the driver. On top of that, dispatch needs to not only have bonuses per mile or for their gross, they need to have bonuses also for the team or for dispatch who keep or kept the most amount of drivers. So in this case, recruiting will get, let's say they get hypothetically $100 per driver, and then how it usually goes, they will get in 6 months. Every 6 months, they will get more and more money for the drivers that stay, because in your company, the more the drivers stay, it's more profitable for you. So let's say $50 first month, $100 actually second month, third month is $200, $300 after fourth month, $500 after 6 months, etc. So you can increase these type of bonuses you can set up for your company. It depends if your employees are in United States or abroad. So you can use this type of pyramid just like to set up the simple structure for recruiting bonus, so they can also invest their time not only to bring the driver but also to keep it and get that bonus. On retention side for dispatch, it's really easy. So if you have a couple of teams, so the team who is getting the most amount of drivers out of the company will, so you have like team A and team B, or dispatch A, B, C, D, etc. So every month the team who lost the most amount of drivers give certain amount of money to different teams. So the company's goal here, just to be clear, company's goal here is not to get money out of the dispatcher or reduce their salary. Everything that we make here is just like to increase their salary, because also we need retention of good and quality people inside our company. So by increasing the salaries, by these bonus schemes that they can just like set up their well-behaving into the company, you'll be able, somebody who will maybe work for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000 a month or a week, depends where your employees are, to increase their salary ×2 if they are aligned with company goals. So let's say you have like 2 dispatchers, you have 10, 15 trucks, and then whatever dispatch is losing the most drivers in that month, he is giving the money for like X amount of dollars that you decide to another guy. So you are not taking out of them, it's just like some bonus so they can push each other not to lose X amount of drivers. If you have, let's say, 5 teams, and then you have 2 guys that spend most amount of drivers and 1 guy that save them, these 2 guys are giving money to this team that keeps the most amount of drivers. Same thing if it's vice versa. So if you have same situation, if you have 5 teams and then 2 teams kept and 1 teams get, in that case, 1 team lose the most amount of drivers, they will get for 1, and the company will reward the other team with the same bonus so they can also keep the drivers into the company. So the company is willing to give the money if you do your job good. So this is a short retention bonus that we have here, why the drivers are leaving and when are they leaving. Let me just like show you one more thing that you need to know. The drivers are leaving not on the day when they leave, but 2 weeks before. So if your drivers are leaving on 60 a day, hypothetically, so if this is a timeline of an average driver, so if this is a 60 days, this is 0 days, if they are leaving usually on 16 days, then you need to go to 45th day and see what's happening, because there is when they make a decision, should they stay or should they go. So if you get initial point of contact for them to get in touch with the driver, you will increase these 60 days to 90 days really easy. So if you like this type of videos, if you think this will save your company, and if you got some knowledge, like this video and share, and see you in next video. Bye.